Hi, everybody. A common question I get from new coaching clients, new mastery coaching clients, is what do I mean by a life works checklist? What do I mean by a practice works checklist? Well, look, I'm a checklist guy. When it comes to important things in my life, in my business, in my practice, I don't want to have to remember all the details. I want to catch myself doing things right, and then I want to checklist it. So without going through all the details of a life works checklist, a business works checklist, a relationship works checklist, a health works checklist, let me just give you the four most common denominators for our practice works checklist. But before I do, what I want you to know is your checklist is your checklist, not mine, and it's organic. There are things that you're going to add to the checklist over time. There are things that you're going to take away from the checklist over time. But ultimately, this is something that you would utilize to remind you of who you were, what you were doing, what you were thinking, how you were acting on the very best days in your practice. So this is created by you sitting down with your team and retrospectively looking at what are the best days in the practice have in common, and make a list. And this way, you'll practice your best practices on purpose instead of by accident. Now, for us, the very best days in our practice had ultimately, four things in common. One, they were fun. So what can you do to make your day play? How can you have fun today? Becomes a question. They were high energy days. We figured out that energy was contagious, and we didn't want to catch what they had. We wanted them to catch what we had. So how do you do that? Well, at the beginning of every day, we sat down together as a team and figured out what are we going to do to raise and sustain our energy levels throughout the day. So we left at the end of the day more energized than we were at the beginning of the day, rather than depleted at the end of the day. Get it? Okay. Third thing. My favorite thing in practice, and frankly, my favorite thing as a coach, are unsolicited testimonials. You know what I mean. When a practice member comes up to you and goes, "Doc, you made my day. I realized when I got up this morning I haven't had whatever it was for months now. Thank you." Well, what we wanted to do was not leave that to chance. So at the beginning of every day, we decided, whose day are we going to make today? And we selected somebody. It could have been a patient, a guest, a staff member, me, the landlord, the postman. Whose day are we going to make today, and what were we going to do to make it? That became something that we looked at, figured out, and did every single day. Most common person we looked for was a guest. First guest coming in with a patient today, what could we do to make their day? And the fourth thing on our list was we always wanted to be on the extra mile with people. We always wanted to travel the extra mile. Why is it called the extra mile? It's called the extra mile because nobody's there. Very few people go the extra mile. We wanted our people to have a Ritz-Carlton experience, not a Holiday Inn experience. The Ritz-Carlton and the Holiday Inn are just as busy as one another, but it doesn't seem that way. So our credo became, the busier we get, the slower we go. We wanted every single patient encounter in our office to be extraordinary. We wanted to over-deliver. Get it? So for us, high energy, have fun, over-deliver, and make somebody's day. I hope this made your day today.